Guess what I left you on? I exposed you again. I apologize.
Exposed. I have no pants on right now. Just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Proof of pants. I hope everyone has pants on. It's a happy hour. It's a Friday. I hope everybody
You have
has
shoes on.
read because we remember everyone deployed every Friday. We are post wedding. We married off the oldest of our tribe, our 7 children. Congratulations, Tiffany and Jared. We're so happy for you guys. It was an amazing, amazing day and night and weekend. And it's so wonderful. It was really beautiful. Actually, it was amazing. Lots of great moments and healing and great time. So really beautiful moments. I was very happy and really happy to see her dad and her connect so wonderfully. So that was great. Congratulations to the
Yes. Congrats.
Yes, congrats. Seeing new families. And that is how we make America great again. Please go have lots of grandbabies. I would really appreciate that. Just saying. But checking and no, you don't need any.
No.
I think you have a couple more years for that.
Yeah.
But I would love everybody to give us a like, share the video. We are kicking off another happy hour. We are on wedding hangover. I'm so exhausted, but we're one step closer to moving to Arkansas for the Davises ever after. Like, we're all moving to our future. The energies are rising. I hope everybody can feel it. We've got the super moon.
Follow the super beaver moon. It won't steer you wrong.
The super beaver moon.
The beaver moon. The November beaver moon. That's what they call it.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding.
All right. Go chase that tail, you guys. We'll be right back right after this. So super beaver moon.
You know, it's funny because we were just talking before the show how we're just like completely unscripted all the time. And boy, you went right with it. Well, you picked that joke up and bam.
I'm on the lake. We're on the lake here at Nana's.
Going on
here in a while because we've been packing at the house, trying to get things ready we're wrapping up the first semester of homeschool with Cannon. He's been very ill. Work school into. We've got science fair, Science. You guys, I can't wait to show you our science project. We interviewed Vic Swear for it. I think we're gonna maybe take the cake. I mean, it's Cannon's science project, but I am helping. So
there's a lot of investment in it.
Parental involvement. Yeah. Super excited about it. And then we are also doing the wedding. We've been so excited for Tiffany and Jared and really happy for them starting their family and watching new generations of great American patriots being started and families and all this. And then us moving and like letting go of old paradigms and like changing thoughts and values about things like, like the old suburb dream is not the same for us, and we're changing our values. So we're moving here to be out with mom on an acreage, looking over a beautiful lake and investing in family and relationships and freedom. And she's going to teach us how to can stuff and grow things, which I'm terrible at. I don't know, but that's what we're going to do. So we'll be here spending time with people we love and that want to spend time with us. So those are the goals.
Thought I heard a grunt or a growl outside.
Oh, no, it's my dogs and wrestling.
Okay.
There's also a lot of dog wrestling going on, which I heard there's a big fight tonight.
Yes.
The Tyson, and I have a whole theory about this.
Jake Paul.
You see the Joe Rogan video. We need to bust them apart, or give me one of them so they won't be fighting. Give me
Break
Rebel.
it up. Break it up.
Yeah, give me one of them. That's fine. Or give me Rebel.
Rebel's right here being good.
Okay, well, give me Remington then.
Need one of them. Break it up.
Did you see the video that Joe Rogan did where he talked about the contract?
No, missed it.
Okay, so
He's got so many clips and videos out there. I can't keep up with him.
okay, so there's a contract. Give me Remington so she'll stop
Remington.
doing that.
Dog eat dog.
So the contract is that Jake Paul gets to choose the refs or approve the refs.
He gets to count the votes, right?
Yeah, it's not who makes the votes,
Right.
who counts the votes. And then also, if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul in the first round, Mike Tyson gets no money. But then
What?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. I see the strategy there, though. But
Yeah,
okay.
Think about this. Okay, so also there was another video where Mike Tyson is interviewing this little girl's interviewing him, and he shouldn't curse in front of
I didn't see that. I'm like, wow.
Okay, but also he says, F it, who cares? Nobody cares about me when I'm dead,
Right.
whatever. I'm nobody, whatever.
Right.
But think about how many times. So he could. This is one theory. What if? So how many times have the little guy has lost all the money because it's about the betting, and they set up these bets.
And then the action. How much can Vegas make? How much can
Vegas? The house always wins,
Absolutely.
right?
They got to grift as much as they can out of you.
They know what the contract is.
Yeah.
So the fighters also know what the contract is, and the fighters want to make the money.
Sure.
So the fighters, and remember when Trump recently spoke, and that big guy with the big hands, the football player or whatever, and he's like, he's thrown so many games or so many yards of games.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure where he was when he was talking about that. If it was a quarterback or something, or
some guy who's a football player that everybody knows, and he was talking about him throwing games, not yards.
It's the NFL. It's an entertainment deal, just like the WWE.
Right.
Or now, what's it called? TKO Sports.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the game where like they're now showing the
Oh, that's Mike Tyson's Punch Out back in the 80s on Nintendo.
And it looks like a cartoon of Jake, whatever.
Those were the actual characters. I remember playing the game. I mean, it was one of those games where you'd actually wear yourself out because you'd throw punches.
So again, the time travel thing, which you showed me, those. What's that guy's name? The books?
Ingersoll Lockwood?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
And we're going to get to that because I have videos. I have all this. I have a whole thing. Okay. We're going to talk about Columbia. We're going to talk about all this.
Okay.
So.
Trust the plan here.
Trust the plan.
Trust Elisa.
Yes. So Mike Tyson talks to this little girl and says, I don't care, I don't matter.
Legacy. She was asking about what are your legacy?
Yeah, what's your legacy?
Yeah.
He goes, it's not going to matter about me.
Yeah.
Well, what if all these people have betted? So like during this last election also, a bunch of people, they were pushing this cashy or something like this, and people were betting on the vote, and who's going to win, whatever. So they're starting to talk about betting and voting and whatever, betting. So if people are betting, but traditionally we, the people, lose on the house wins in Vegas, the little people don't. So if most of the people are counting on Mike and counting, are you serious? They're ringing the doorbell. She doesn't know the way to get in the house. I'm sorry.
Welcome to my world. It's all good. Just wait until look at his little face just going. It's beautiful.
questions.
Okay. Anyway, dogs
She's right.
love when people come in the house.
I know.
Anyway, sorry. So was I saying the betting thing and whatever? I totally
So
forgot.
if the little person makes the bet, and
Oh yeah. So the little people, the little guy, I think the little guys are all betting on Mike Tyson. Everybody's like, he's gonna smoke him, he's gonna knock him out, whatever. But the big guys go, well, we know what the contract is.
I think I could beat Mike
We
Tyson.
know that Mike will not knock him out in the first because we know what the contract is.
Right.
And we know he will make more money if he goes the full 8 rounds. They know what the contract is. Well, Mike also knows how many times he's been forced to do the contract, make the money, shut up, Mike, sell your soul, do the thing.
Yeah.
And I think all of these guys are tired of it. I think there's a lot of guys that are ready to fight back, are good guys. I think, and I'll talk about this in a minute. The Sylvester Stallone speaking last night at Mar-a-Lago with Trump, and what he had to say about all that ties into all this. So I believe that Mike is going to walk up, my prediction, and he's going to knock him square in the mouth and take him out.
Round one.
Round one, first punch, maybe. I don't know. I think he's going to complete. I think he's
going to stun him, and he's going to see stars, and he's going to come in and just unload.
He's
boom,
the
boom, boom,
people's champion. I think, and
Done.
all the little guys are going to
17 seconds, knockout, boom, done. Right?
Win for we the people. It's going to it's going to be the middle finger to the big man in the contract. Mike's not going to win a single dollar, and Mike's going to give him the biggest middle finger ever, because it's not about the money to Mike.
Okay.
It's about giving the middle finger to the man.
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
And the contracts. And then all the little guys win. And it breaks Vegas. Right?
So I need to bet on Tyson knocking him out in the first round.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, that'd be a cool story.
I love that story.
I mean, no, absolutely. I like that. No, it's just, it's like, I don't care. This whole established theater that we've been going through, all this rig stuff, all these promoters, all this, crap, we're tired of it, and you just go in and just turn the table over. Oh, crap. What happened?
Who else turned tables over? Who else flipped tables?
Somebody.
When people were betting.
Yeah, starting playing with people's money and stealing their energy. Den of vipers. Yeah. Flip those tables.
It seemed like there was somebody else who did that.
Probably somebody like that.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Okay, I have a couple other things. So then there was, I'm just nonstop, but I'm just all the things. Maybe I should let you talk. What do you think about it?
I'm good. I'm just like, I got the TV. It starts at at 7 o'clock Central Time, but on Netflix, when you bring it up, it says like 4 hours, 34 minutes. So they probably got pre-events, and I don't even know what the whole card is and all that
fight or whatever.
I have no idea. So I put it up on the screen, while we're live and while I do spaces, just because I don't know when it's going to start. I have no idea. So, well, yeah, I kind of want to see it. It's on Netflix. I'm already paying for it, right?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody else. I'm sure it will.
It'll be YouTube clips. Trump's going to be there, I hear.
Of course he will.
Because he likes that stuff. He likes the fights. He's always been at the fights.
Oh, that would be epic if Mike then went over to Trump and handed him his belt or something.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah. Oh. Who knows? I mean, the more and more I watch this stuff, the more and more I'm convinced that it is massive theater going on. I mean, just in your face theater. What happened today? Somebody said, it was John Thune or whatever his name is. Looney Thune, the Senate guy. He came out and said, we were, I just get off the phone with the Prime Minister of Israel, and I want to say we're 100% behind Israel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it's almost too in your face. You know what I mean? It's like too in your face. Yeah. To where they're just going over the top on some of this stuff to definitely focus your attention on. It's like, what is happening here? What's the story with this Israel connection? How much money? What? So they're definitely calling attention to it.
Yeah.
And for what reason? That's what you got to ask yourself. For what reason? Why are they calling all this attention to this whole thing?
So I have some thoughts on that.
Oh.
So if you look at Trump's nominees, let's just take Gates.
All right.
For Attorney General, right? So that would put him over all the DOJ, all that. Think about what they did to him, and they went after him and his family and all of that. His hearing alone so Trump nominates these people. The process is Trump nominates these people. Then they have to be confirmed through hearings in the Senate, right?
Yes.
So he's like lining them up. He's like, hey, you know what? Let's ask these people. And then he's putting them in front of the people that then this den of vipers are going to have to sit and give the people that they assaulted an opportunity to testify. So what is the most dangerous thing? What did Q say? C before D or D before C? We're about to go through the most epic D class. What do you not, if you are guilty, what do you not want to have to go through?
Discovery.
You
don't want to, you just want to settle. I just want to settle. I don't need it. No, let's just NDA this thing out of existence.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to get
They
discovery.
are about to have to go through the most epic discovery. And typically these are publicly also another.
Oh, it'll be some high theater, no doubt about it.
Are these going to be publicly
they'll probably be televised.
Usually these are televised, aren't they? Oh,
I would think so.
Could they play on TV in 8-hour rolling interviews?
Could be.
Maybe over Thanksgiving. Oh, for the holidays when everyone's home. Wow, that would be interesting. Wow, that would be really interesting. That could destroy the entire DOJ.
Hey, I've always said declassify everything. Declassify it all, get it all out in the open, or however you do it, get it out there. We'll decide then at that point. And if we don't care, we don't care, but put it out there. Let's see it all. I want to make decisions. I want to see where all this money went, what we've been paying for.
I mean, so that one could happen. The Rubio one, I saw another tweet I sent to you.
Little Marco, remember that 2016? Little Marco Rubio.
Little Marco Rubio might have something to do with PNAC. And
you think?
There
were some pictures. I think he was in like super sudsing it around. I remember in 2016. Some of these laser parties, or I don't know what it was.
There's something over here. I don't know.
It was him. Could have been AI.
This is some crazy internet stuff. I don't know if it's true. We're just over here, having a moment. But,
Little Marco Rubio.
Now foreign policy initiative.
Secretary of State.
Might have been a DC think tank. Something about dominating the world in 97.
Project for a New American Century.
Somebody. I just saw this on the crazy interwebs. Who knows? But could that be disclosed in Rubio's? Like, is he putting him up there so that maybe that comes out in his?
Well, there's no doubt about it. If they're going to do, because, unless it's just all completely, and they're all in on it, and it's all a part of the script. There's got to be people in there that are going to ask these questions that are very uncomfortable. I would. But I probably wouldn't get elected either. Unless I knew some technocrats had money.
What would you be being elected to?
I'm not getting elected to anything. I ain't running.
So, okay, here's the
I would want to be in there.
I want to find this clip. Oh, hopefully I think I was listening to it on my phone.
Listen, just make me the Federal Reserve chairman. We'll have some fun.
Well, that's going away, so you wouldn't have a job.
It would go away. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd break it.
I know. I have to find where Sylvester
Close it all.
to. Let me find. This might take me a minute.
I believe in mythology.
Yes, the
We got
mythology thing.
George Washington here. Why?
So you go ahead and mimic it. I just won't even show
I don't
it.
even know. I only watched it once. I didn't learn my lines. I don't have the script down.
So it's pretty epic. Sylvester Stallone comes up and he's talking about how he's making comparisons. And you guys have heard us talk about this if you watched the channel before and you've seen the dome at DC. And Sean and I have done shows, and I think Westwood and I have talked about this before. It talks about Columbia, and
Yes.
Sean and I have talked about why was the capital moved from Philadelphia to DC, the District of Columbia, and then they try to say it was named after Columbus. Well, then why is it not called the District of Columbus? It's not. It's called the District of Columbia. Well, then you look into what is Columbia. That is some not good stuff. Everyone needs to do their own research. And we won't get mine.
Is that kind of like the Statue of Liberty and what it really represents?
Yeah.
Start looking into that.
Look into that, what that is right there. Everyone, critical thinking, friends.
Yep. Bring in the light, Columbia.
Notice how many times they talk about light and who says the word light. And the light.
I say that a lot too, but I'm talking about Litecoin.
Right. No, but when they talk about the light and
Bitcoin.
when Kidmal.
The light bringer. Who's the light bringer?
Yeah. And what do we know about Lucifer and all of that? Also, so when Trump last night was at Mar-a-Lago, and so Sylvester Stallone talks about like this guy is a myth, Greek mythology. This has only happened one time before. He compares him to George Washington. And then Trump comes up and he says, you know, we're not going to make the same mistakes. This won't be like 2029. And he says
1929.
Or sorry, 1929. Thank you, babe. And he says, we're not going to make the same mistakes again. 1929. Oh, gosh. Anyway, you guys go watch it. I shared it in the Telegram group. And
join the free Telegram. I'm sure you have a link below.
Yes, there's a link in this free Telegram description. I've also shared it on my Twitter. When you look at on the dome of DC, they show George Washington as almost a god or a mythological or a Greek god.
Yeah, they do. Romanesque, like, Greekish.
Romanesque, yeah. Women are multiple women around him, and Columbia at his like foot or as like a helper to him. Mm-hmm. If you look at the images of George Washington, please go look this up if you're so interested. Yes, Jake, you're completely right. And now we can undo this, because if you look at what Westwood educated me about, that Trump, if we know about the books, and if you think about who Melania is, and maybe who Barron is, that might be here.
This is all wild speculation at the bar over drinks. Just so you know.
I don't care. You can think I'm totally fucking crazy. I don't give two shits.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Lisa in the house.
Like me or don't like me. Listen to me or don't. Have a conversation with me. Everything is speculation. Like, if I can't speak freely and have an opinion, I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong, but I'm saying what if. Like, why can't we have this is where the whole world has gone wrong, that everybody has to be right or they have to be wounded. I don't have to be wounded if I'm wrong. I'm just saying, what if? Why can't we have a conversation of like, what if? Right? I could be wrong.
I agree.
And
100%. It's a search for the truth. And, you change your opinion when you see the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have the truth, and now you got the truth, and it's like, oh, well, okay, well, now I see.
And maybe it's not true, but I'm saying there are some things that add up, and the truth, a lot of these things have been hidden from us, and there are a lot of these points that make sense when you put them together that have been separated for too long. And so the easiest way to lie about something is to lie this close to.
Put it right in your face.
Yeah.
Hidden in plain sight. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
And they're very successful at doing that.
If you want somebody to believe something, you lie that close.
Yep.
No, I didn't, I don't know.
I never had sexual relations with that woman.
Right. What is that?
Never.
What does that mean?
What
was the other word that he did? How do you define it?
It depends what you mean by the word is. What does is mean?
Yes. What does is mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I just remember in that testimony when he was asked a question that he was completely bombarded, blindsided on, to where they knew that he had sent her something or a note or however it was, and his face just went white. And the testimony, you could tell he was just like, in the hearing, they had something on him.
Hillary's
and he's like, oh, crap.
Advice to lie, like that was her advice.
That's what it is. You never, ever, ever admit you're wrong. And if you never admit you're wrong, I mean, they got to prove it. And it's like, so
just make them prove it.
Yeah. Good luck. That's the way she looks at it. That's the way they all play the game. It's like, just don't admit it. Never admit it. Deflect, project, never admit. The other guy did the same thing. Not me. It wasn't me.
Yeah. Wasn't me. I think I know somebody that says that a lot.
Wasn't me.
Oh, right. Our daughter also is super tatted up. Our oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Actually, both of our two old daughters. And so they gave me a tattoo.
You got a tattoo, huh? What is it?
Diamond hand.
Diamond claws. Gotta love it.
My daughter came over and she's like, I'm giving you a tattoo. And I was like, what is it? She goes, it's a diamond. And I go, oh, that's a crypto thing. Diamond hand.
Yeah, I got diamond hands.
I have diamond hands.
I'll accept that.
From last night.
I will accept the stamp.
It's just a stamp. It will wash off. Yeah, I don't actually have a tattoo.
That's so you could get to the bar and get the top shelf. That's for the Tito stamp, right? You can get the top shelf drinks.
Yeah.
You can show your wristband.
I did want to try. We don't have very many pictures because they're not out yet, but I did want to try to show.
Yeah.
I can find a picture of our daughter.
Top shelf.
Beautiful.
Top shelf, Lisa.
Do we have a picture of Tiffany?
Diamond Club.
Do you have a picture of her?
She posted.
Okay. Did she post them? Hold on. I'm going to try to find pictures of our daughter. No. She didn't post any. It's like all her friends. There's us. Okay. At least I'll post this one. I'll show this one of us. Oh. Wait.
I saw Jake in the chat. He said, I was making fun of little Marco Rubio, and he said, yeah, he has small hands too. That's funny.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's like this meme, it's a joke, it's like this thing. Oh, he's got small hands. Don't want no small hand man. I don't know. It's kind of funny, I guess, somehow.
So there we are on our way to, oh my goodness. Okay. Whoops. I didn't know.
Yeah, hit the like button, folks.
Okay.
That's all, folks.
There we are on our way.
Litcoin. That's right. Mark Weems reminded me it's Litcoin. It's not Litecoin. It's Litcoin because it's on fire.
Are some of the friends at the event? There's the lady that officiated.
Oh, the wedding officiant.
Yeah.
Is she very efficient and efficient?
Yeah, this is the our son-in-law on the left and his family. There's her dog. I don't know. She didn't show any pictures. Oh, maybe this is view.
Oh, look at that cute thing. Was it like a Yorkie type?
There she is. Tiffany.
Tiffany.
There's our girl. Oh, it went to the next. Hold on. Stop sharing.
Facebook. Freaking internet ghetto Facebook. Let's get this video taken down.
The kids when they were little called her Tiffany.
Tiffany.
So congrats to them. We're super happy. Oh,
well, very beautiful bride. Congratulations to both of them, and may the force be with them.
Yes, I told her.
It just depends on what kind of force it is. I didn't say. It's like good luck or bad luck. May you have luck.
Yeah.
You got to send you that picture in your messages.
Okay, I'll try to share it. Oh, that's her after dress, so that's not her wedding dress.
I got after dresses now.
Oh yeah, you gotta have multiple dresses, the whole thing. Oh. I only had one dress.
Oh, gonna be a quick change artist.
Yeah. Oh no, this was like bougelicious. Like this was all the things.
Dang.
It was a whole day thing.
Well, if you want to do it on the cheap, I'm officially, I guess whatever you want to call it. I can marry people. I've married people before as an officiant, so wedding guy.
Oh, that's good.
I'll hook y'all up.
You guys know at our next meetab, if anybody wants
to get the hookup, I'll bring the tow truck. Hook you up.
Wes can get you.
Donations accepted in Litecoin and Digibyte.
There you go.
Litcoin.
Oh, it won't let me.
Keep drinking. This is gonna be lit wood.
It won't let me.
Some fat lighter.
Why don't you show it?
No, it won't let me do just this. Oh wait, if I do this, maybe.
It's 7:10. Let me see. Don't switch off, folks. I'm gonna
check
it out on the screen here.
Okay, there's our Tiffany and Jared. Oh,
very nice. Kind of. Yeah.
She's badass. She's a black belt like her daddy. And
does he know what he's in for?
Oh, he has. He mostly knows, but he is also just so good with her. Like she's very serious, and she will like jerk a knot in someone's tail like so quick. And he handles her so well. He's like, now, come on, you wouldn't talk to somebody you love like that. And he laughs and he's so good for
Charlie, is that true?
It's true. Isn't it true?
It's true.
Yeah.
All right.
They said he's a bulldog with a big chain and a collar, and she knows how to yank it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's a freaking badass himself, but he has a big heart.
Well, that's great. That's good.
He makes her laugh, and we love them together. They're so good together.
Oh,
so
good.
We're super excited for them.
You got to find that right mix.
Yeah. They're really good together. So we're super happy for them. So sweet.
Awesome.
Everybody has their somebody,
Congratulations. So, yeah. Okay. And awesome.
Yeah. We're happy for them. So congrats, Tiffany and Jared. And that is why I was so tired. But I saw you guys on this last night, and I was like, oh, I want to check in and say hi. And then I was like, and poor little Polly, he goes, I've never heard Lisa this tired. And I was like, okay, I love you guys, but I have to go because we have to be here tomorrow because we had to get up and get the house ready because they start showing it this weekend.
Oh, no. It's time.
Yeah. But I'm excited.
That's good. It's here.
When I come back Monday, I expect 3 full price offers.
And I want a bidding war. I want you to pit them against each other.
Yeah. And I want 3 full price offers on Monday and while we're gone. And then we had to get here because Charlie was meeting. So we had the thing delivered, but it's like this, and we cannot put Grace when it's like rocking like that, like it's not flat or whatever. So he had to meet a dirt guy to come
level it out, build it up,
or do whatever, do the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
It'll go quick. It'll be like just a flurry.
That's what I hear.
Be like the first round of the fight, and just boom, boom, boom. We got the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders coming out, here at this thing.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm watching this. It's a laser light show. It's in Arlington, Texas, so it's right there in Dallas.
Come up. Where are you watching that?
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah.
You have to have your subscription logged in.
I am.
Are you logged in? You're on kids. You have to be on ours.
They'll be on the adults. There's going to be some blood tonight. We need to put it on adult mode. Oh yeah, that's a big event. Holy cow.
There you go. He's like, I want to see the cheerleader. Oh, pardon the interruption.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
You need my phone? Or no, I think the subscription's under you.
No, it's under you. I'm logged in.
Okay. There's my phone.
Please.
What happens when you travel? You gotta log into other stuff and different TVs and like, oh, send the code, scan the QR code, log in, all this stuff. Come on, man. Get it done now before the stuff really starts going.
What's Jerry World Stadium? Do you know?
Oh, Jerry Jones, the stadium that he had built there for the Cowboys. That's what they're calling it, Jerry World, because all the money. Who said that? Javier?
No, Mark Wing.
Mark, yeah, he should know. Yeah,
Where's Javi?
He was on the road yesterday, so he's home by now, I imagine, and then he's probably worn out. I was worn out last night. I don't know. The dogs were acting up when I had the spaces on, so I muted it, and I just got aggravated, and I took them out, put them in the house, just brought everything in, and I just let the spaces go on mute.
Yeah, you were absent.
I just checked out and said, forget it. And then by the time I went to bed, it was like close to midnight, and I think you were all still kind of somewhat talking, a few people here and there. And I said, I ain't getting back on. I got to go to sleep. Otherwise, I'll be up all night. And so I just let it run and fell asleep. And sorry, not a good host. A lot of
people can feel the shift. Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up. So I do not typically listen to Biden and Jill and all that, but I happen to like jump on and listen to, and Jill was talking about how Biden loved community college, and during his time in office, he was so supportive. And I don't know what he did for community college, but if they did stuff for community college, I think that's great. Whatever, my hair is such a train wreck. So then he was talking, he got on and he said, well, we spent all that money during COVID on infrastructure and replacing all the poisonous lead pipe. Do you remember when Charlie and I were talking about how we've been driving all over to we've been doing all this, estate sale, hunting, and going to all these little bitty towns. And we've been watching all of this infrastructure being rebuilt. And we were like, are they rebuilding? Like, remember what was the TV show? The Route 66 little cartoon where they destroyed like the Route 66 and they built like the I-40 and I-35 and it destroyed small town America.
Yep. All the little towns, all the little businesses, little nostalgic
like they're rebuilding Route 66 and the infrastructure of the small town. And I was like, but do you see that they're also like, they're doing the pipes and the whatever. Then I saw, what's his name? Cruz.
Ted Cruz, Tom Cruise.
No, the doctor. Is it Jake Cruz? The doctor, the brain doctor, brain surgeon.
I'm not sure.
He's that brilliant brain surgeon guy that he's like a total rebel. And he talks about washing people's brain with UV light and all that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't think of it. Anyway, he in his message or videos, he talks about how part of the deep state evil ones thing was that they fucked up the magnetization of the earth by putting power lines up above.
Oh, I got you. Like interfering with the natural order of the electromagnetic waves.
Yeah, part of like the Schumann resonance and all that.
No, I got you.
by putting, and they
That
are
wouldn't
starting
surprise me. They changed the
to carry,
frequency of music and TV signals and all the
yes,
stuff just
all of
to
that.
distort it,
And
make it
another thing they
uncomfortable.
did was raising the power lines up above the earth by changing the magnetic frequency of the earth. And that's why they're burying it now. It's also about Biden talking about them taking out the lead pipes. That also goes in hand with RFK being made
HHS, Health and
HHS.
Human Services.
Yeah. And he's like, I saw a meme that said, I'm going to uncalcify your pineal gland, whether you like it or not.
But I like the fluoride.
Give
It's
me
tasty.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Every time I go to town, and if I ever go, I rarely go to a restaurant anymore, but if I ever, it's just terrible. I mean, you get, because all, anything you get, whether you get tea, it's all out of the fountain that uses the city water, and it's just, the chlorination, the fluoridation, and it's just terrible. Because I'm not used to drinking it, and I know, I can tell right away. I'm just, not for me.
But that's where, like, I think we are all having this, like, it's happening,
Yeah.
We're all getting healthier. I mean,
It's all changing. There ain't no doubt about that.
yeah. Also, there was a huge finding out of Pennsylvania about more harvested signed ballots, whatever. And so, but I think that's more findings in 2020. They may be saying it was the 2024, whatever. I still think they're going to go back to, and it takes me back to the Trump truck, the trash truck, where he says 250 million is the real number. And I am going to go back to, and I've been saying this since, God, I don't know, before 2020.
Oh, yeah.
How long have I been saying this?
Oh, wow.
2018, 2019? We have to fix the census. The census is what is going to be rectified to fix all of it. There are not 330 million people in America.
And how would you know? I mean, seriously, if they didn't tell you a number, how would you have any concept of how many people there really are? Like, how would you know? How do you count all these people? Because you drive across the country, most of the country's empty. There's very few. It's just the cities. And then the towns. But man, you can drive and drive and drive, and there's nothing. There's fields and hills, and there's hardly anybody.
Yep. He said,
so how would you know how many people there are?
Harley said, I see it every time I come to your house.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. There's something to that, Lisa. I don't know as far as how many people there are, but you start, you go down that rabbit hole of, the general term Tartaria. If you look that up and do research, but just go look at some of these buildings. There's a guy on X that's called, I think, My Lunch Break or something, and he'll go in like 20 minutes and talk about different cities and buildings. You'll have pictures of like San Francisco, and there's this giant marble stone building and nobody around. Dirt streets, and it's just like, who built this stuff? You're telling me that we went out there and like built that with labor and quarried it all and had all these craftsmen and all this architecture, and you think, kind of odd, nobody's there, and you're building this huge structure. You think of all the old mental institutions, these big giant buildings, or the orphanages, and just the giant buildings and just the architecture, and you think they built that just for that? There's a theory that a lot of these buildings existed, were there, and there was another civilization before us, more advanced, that something happened to them. And we just kind of inherited some of those buildings. And then they got destroyed systematically, through wars, through fires, Chicago fire, a lot of fires took out a lot of these buildings. Yes. And it's just very interesting to see how a lot of that stuff got destroyed, and how they built some of these buildings for the World Fairs, these amazing buildings. They just tore it all down. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. There's a lot of lies out there. Again, I wasn't there, so they're telling me something. Like, I don't necessarily believe what I've been taught.
Yeah, hold on. I was going to show some of the images from all that. Let's see. Share this tab instead. This is some of the like architecture they were showing from.
Yeah, look at all this stuff.
That's crazy.
Who built that? I mean, we don't even build that stuff now. I mean, look at some of these the statues, these marble statues, and the detail and all this stuff. Who can even carve that? We can't even do that now. We have sculptors that can do that stuff now. I don't know. We've lost some technology down the road somewhere. I think it's been hidden.
But can you imagine if we can like have healing with light, frequency, whatever, and then like come back to, and then the other thing somebody was saying is like, Trump said, he was talking to RFK and he said, but you believe in length of life or long life. And I think he was leaning to our JFK still being alive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And which somebody showed this, what was that, Family Feud? What's the conspiracy theory that, you know, how many people, what people are still alive, whatever. And they listed like Michael Jackson, Elvis, somebody else, and JFK, you know,
Jim Morrison, that's one.
all those, you know, and
kind of was like Val Kilmer, Jim Morrison a little bit.
There's so many, yeah. I mean, but it's like, well, if we could live, part of dumbing down humanity is killing them off early. Because if you don't have that length of life,
right. You're just trusting what this generation told you, you know, because you don't have any breadth of, you know, seeing, you know, everything.
And you can't, you don't have that length of life to gain knowledge or to catalog it or to sort it out, or, you know what I mean?
Alas, if you're a vampire, though, you've experienced a lot, apparently, and you have a lot of knowledge that you're hiding from all of us.
I don't know. I
don't either.
There's I have a lot more questions than I have answers to, is what I.
No, I agree with that.
And I hope to live a very long time to get to ask those. And, you know, Mom and I were talking, I don't know, this has been a couple months ago or whatever. And we were talking about, you know, generationally and watching like our family grow and change. And I was like, you know, I'm not even the same person that I was as a child or as a teen or as a young mother or whatever. And like, I love to see like my daughter grow or myself grow, or, you know, I think about even Trump meeting Barron later, and how exciting it would be to meet yourself later, or, and forgive yourself, and also to learn from yourself, and to continue to learn from yourself and your past and forgive yourself, and to continue to keep growing. And we also need to continue to forgive each other as we meet each other along this journey, and keep growing and learning. And that's how humanity gets better. That's how we make America great. That's how we make the world great.
Mega, make everything great again.
Is by continuing to forgive and grow and move forward.
No, it's irritating to me because you look at some of these architectural structures. I mean, you know, these kind of redundant, but I mean, you look at this architecture, look at the art, and look at all the things that were done, and then you look at what's now. I mean, you know, there's one picture, you know, that I see all the time. It's like, oh, these are the street lamps, you know, 150 years ago, and here's the street light now. It's just this sterile, ugly thing, but that's part of the plan. They want to uglify everything. I mean, they want to make everything ugly and just turn it into just, you know, not spiritually enlightening, not just, you know, not healthy for the human spirit. They want it to all just be ugly. You know, these steel buildings, you know, the squares, and it's just no, you know, yeah, it's great. You got a superstructure, but I mean, you look at the ancient architecture. So I call it ancient because it probably is. I mean, you look at this older architecture, like Angkor Wat. You ever see that? I mean, you know, it's Indonesia or something, Asia somewhere. I mean, just the detail on all this stuff and the time it would have taken for all that, and it's still around. And you think, who built that? They took all, you know, how did that happen? And it's just, you look at it and you're awestruck, and it does something to you because it's so artistic. And now you look, you know, you go through the concrete jungles that we've created now, and it's just, wow, okay, yeah, kind of depressing, you know. I mean, it's just nothing to really look at. And I don't know. It's
No,
I think that's the plan, though. It's to defeat the human spirit. You know,
no,
it's to beat
there's
out beauty.
videos and stuff that say that was the plan, was to
No, it's destroy beauty.
there are videos now that, oh gosh, did I just kick you out?
Mm-mm.
Okay. There are videos that show, I'm on the wrong tab, I'm sorry, that show
Different timeline.
I believe it was the CIA that it was part of demeaning
Degrading and demeaning and just filthifying everything, and just making it ugly. And
I mean, it's part of like destroying humanity, beating them down. Like,
why do we want to have artistic, creative beings? You know, we don't want that. That's too much power. You know, we can't have inspiration out there. They might get wise, and they might, want a better world, and enjoy it. And now we got to beat it out of them, and stamp it down, give them ugly things so that they become ugly people, and a reflection of what it's the whole thing. It's all just a psychological mind F, is what they've pulled on us. Yeah. So stop. Make beautiful things, be beautiful people, and and just create your own beautiful things, and just stop just self-enslaving with these vampires.
Yeah,
anyway, I choose not to participate in that stuff.
Best.
It's a beautiful moon out there. Nice big moon. I came out and I'm like, oh, there it is.
Oh, Elon saying that Pennsylvania is illegally trying to count ballots. That whole ballot thing is going to be really interesting because the way they've restructured so in their efforts to try to like stop Trump, they changed the way the certification process happens. And so they are going to have to come up with 1/5 for them to fight certifying the vote. Now they're going to have to come up with 1/5 of Congress,
20% of them now to stand up
to fight, to protest certifying the vote. I think it's going to be hilarious.
I'm Adam Schiff. Get behind me, Shifty Schiff.
Get behind thee.
That's probably not the first time he said somebody behind him. Just saying.
What the fuck is that?
Boom, boom.
Oh, Squid Game.
Yes.
Is the second one out, or is it just still the first series?
The Squid Game thing? I don't know. Charlie's watching. His headphones are so loud. It's like,
oh, gotcha.
I'm sure you can probably hear it as well.
No, I didn't.
So loud.
That's an interesting series.
I know I can hear it outside your headphones. I know I have super hearing and I have super smelling. All the super.
I know you got all these superpowers. It's crazy.
Like we were trying to like. I know I'm very annoying. Dear.
It's like, Lord, why is that coffee brewed at 5 a.m.?
I know, poor Mitch. When we travel,
Lord.
Please do not start the coffee so early because then it wakes me up. He's like, you're upstairs in the separate room.
Doesn't matter.
I can
You're not stopping those little molecules. They're creeping their way up.
It's terrible. I can't stand it. Yeah, Jake, I was hearing, Jan Halpern Hayes, which some people say she's like far right disinformation. Some people say she's legit. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that the Brunson thing has already been decided. One of my strange things that I picked up on from having my own exposure to court experience is that they said that her comment was that the Brunson brothers signed an NDA. Okay, so here's the thing. If you sign an NDA, that does not mean, in my experience, and I am not a lawyer, everyone knows that, I'm just some dumb blonde girl. Actually, I dye the shit out of my hair. I'm not even blonde.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Blondish. But
yeah, blondish.
I identify as blonde.
There you go. Oh, all the balloons.
All the balloons. A truthful moment. So I'm just saying.
When you tell the truth, the balloons show up.
There you So I'm just saying, so the Brunson signed a NDA. To me, that signifies that a deal was made. That does not mean that the courts ruled. That to me means that a deal was made.
An agreement, a non-disclosure agreement. You've agreed, and you're not going to talk about it.
You're not going to talk about it.
You can't talk about it.
That means some deal was made. That is not a court. That means that the judge did not make a
ruling.
A ruling.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, it's an agreement.
If what she said is true and there was a NDA, the judge did not make a ruling. And so people getting real excited about that need to be very careful, because that is not what you think.
Nothing is what it seems.
Nothing is what it seems. Be very careful what you get excited about. But let's also say that that could have been some disclosure happening in that situation. And then with that happening, then there could be other consequences because of disclosure that happened in that agreement. We just don't know. Yeah.
No, we don't.
And Jake's got a great point. What did Trump say about the leakers? Maybe somebody's leaking. Sometimes things leak.
Leaky pipes.
Balloons leak. I don't know. Things leak.
Leaky. Water always wins.
Yeah, that's true.
It does. Yeah. There's no stopping it.
Always finds the way out.
There's no way to stop the water.
Wow.
Nope. Okay. Temporarily, maybe, but not forever.
These guys look like half of our wedding party. All these tattoos and whatever.
What are we looking at? What are you looking at?
Charlie's watching the fight or whatever.
Yeah, up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it on the big screen up here in the bar, hanging out by myself. It's funny that, Dave, the bar owner, that we go and do the meetups at in town, he sent me a message, a few weeks ago. He said, November 15th, it's going to be emphasis night. It's like the fall sports, and it's for the girls basketball or something. I don't know what it was. And, hey, $20 wristbands, you can get a free sandwich, or a sandwich is included, and all the drinks you can drink for 2 hours and all this. And he's like, hey, come on down. And he said it again today. And I'm like, but the fight's on. It's probably not a good night to go watch girls basketball on the screen, just like scrimmaging. And, so I kind of felt bad. I'm like, man, I don't know how much business you're going to get. You know what I mean? You got to have the fight on one of the TVs at least, that kind of thing. Because nobody's going to, that's the big thing. I mean, Netflix is expecting, they're talking about it on all the news programs and all the stock. Oh, Netflix, this could be the biggest event ever. They, great for their stock price. Watch the servers go down. Stop streaming.
Okay. Polly says Tyson fight should be on at midnight. I hope
Probably.
they have a nap, because
probably is.
He's as old as us. I think he's even old. So I met him one time when I was like,
who, Iron Mike?
Yes.
He's 58.
Yeah, I'm 52.
Which is another thing. I mean, if you're 58, I mean, you can be in good shape, but I mean, still, things start to wear out, and, he hasn't fought in a long time. So, that's the alternative side. Hey, you get a 27-year-old against a 58-year-old, but all it takes is one punch, and he can land him. I know, this is like me. I'm always muting the microphone because the dogs are barking in the background. But I don't have the dogs out here tonight. However, the best laid schemes of mice and men gang after Glay go off to rye. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, we have to so we will be negotiating some new strategies for hosting shows, and I will have a new setup. And
Oh, that's true. You're going to have to deal with this every week.
well, every other,
There'll be some tweaks and some adjustments.
yeah, and we'll be negotiating some new things.
I got you. Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. What the?
Lord. Oh,
Watching that?
Montgomery, you're so sweet. No, it goes fast, but
Anyway,
it goes so fast. But you know what? If JFK is 107 and still alive, like we all can like readjust our thinking about time. And my little nephew was so cute today. He came over and he's in nursing school, and so they have them do their nursing practice at their nursing home first. Their like practicum, or I don't know what it is, like their little things where they go clinicals.
A little slower pace there, to where you can kind of ease into it.
So it's all about learning bedside manner.
Yes.
And working with people and all this and how important that is. And so he was explaining all this to us, and he goes, like, Nana's got some excellent range of motion. And what else?
He's watching all the old people in the home, and she's like, look at her.
He's like, Nana's like getting it, and she's in great shape, and she's got great range of motion. And he's talking about
hips are still swiveling and moving.
And she's like, yeah, look at me. She's doing all her little things. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was really cute because he's like talking about how great shape Nana's in.
Evaluating her.
Yes.
Motor skills and all that.
Yeah.
Cognitive skills.
Yeah. Her little 20-year-old grandson saying like, my Nana's got it going on. That's great.
Heck yeah.
It was cute.
We got 70-year-olds in this nursing home. They can't even.
No, he was saying like they all have like the diabetes, and they've all got the arthritis. And he's like, and it's because they stopped using it, and they stopped caring, and they stopped like crying, and like a man's got to have a purpose, and they have to stop caring, and they have to stop using it, and it goes away, like atrophy and all that. So I don't know. It's a thing. We have to all like be using our Litecoin wallets. Hey, Litecoin pumped up today. Right? I saw that. Yes, he's going to tell us. He's going to tell us in one second. Franny's having a Franny attack. She's so excited about Litecoin. Oh my gosh. She's loving the Litecoin price. She's going to tell us all about it.
Oh, Lord. These dogs. Okay. They get all excited, because, oh my gosh, I've been out here for a half an hour, and where's he at? And they get in here and they're just jumping all over me, and
it's so cute.
Going nuts, going from couch to couch, and
they can't wait to hear about the Litecoin price.
I know, every dog has its day, right?
That's right.
Litecoin pumping up. It actually hit bottom, and we're kind of waiting for that capitulation moment, because it's weakening and weakening against Bitcoin. It's like, oh my God, one Bitcoin gets 1,000 Litecoin, and then it went to like 1,100, a little over. One Bitcoin gets you 1,100, and I'm thinking, if I had any Bitcoin, if I hadn't bet my only Bitcoin that I had on Tyson tonight, I would have traded it for some Litecoin. No, I don't have any Bitcoin. Just to be totally frank with you. No, Litecoin, baby. And so, it was way out of whack, and it's a 4-to-1 ratio. Naturally, you get 21 million Bitcoin and 84 million Litecoins, 4-to-1. Not that it'll ever go to that, but 1,100 to 1? Come on, man. So it hit that bottom the other day, and it bounced out of it, and now I think it's it's just going to keep running up throughout this next blow off top cycle that happens within the next 6 to 8 months, probably 6 months. And so no, it's moving up. It's doing well. We've got somebody's taking over they call an intern is taking over the Litecoin account on Twitter and just blowing it up. Absolutely unbelievable if you're not following that. Creating memes and said, hey, Litecoin's gonna be a meme coin now, and engaging with all these exchanges. We get an exchange listing Litecoin as a meme coin, and it's just putting all this energy into it and getting everybody fired up, and it's kind of pretty cool. But yeah, It still is sound money for the digital age, but now I call it Litcoin. It's sound memes for the digital age. It's Litcoin. It's on fire.
I love it.
It's just kind of funny, but that's what people resonate with. They like that juice, that action. You know, they like to have that. You know, money's boring. You know, I mean, face it. You know, just using money, sound money that holds value, that's boring. Peer-to-peer transactions, they work for 13 years straight. That's kind of boring. But man, if we create a little picture, a guy named Lester, the Litecoin guy, man, everybody's in.
Lester, the Litecoin guy. I haven't heard of him. I hope.
Somebody created a little stick figure with a Litecoin token and eyeballs. And it's Lester, the Litecoin mascot. It's just as a joke, you know, as a meme. And so, you know, you got Lester in all these different situations on the beach with a Doge dog, you know, and just, you know, all these. And so this is the last day. One day this is all happening. It's just like blowing up.
Why couldn't they pick another name?
I know, right? That's what I thought. I'm like, rhymes with Uncle Fester. I don't know. The guy from
I'm just like, can we not have some little better marketing?
I know.
Like
It's Lester.
A little more like.
With Larry, you know, Larry the Litecoin.
A little more conscious awareness. Like,
not everybody's at the same level. They're catching up slowly. I know. I hear you. I know. But I'm not going to give that energy.
A little disappointing.
I know.
To be honest.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear that, girl.
Is that them trying to sneak in? So then I just don't want to be a part of it, to be honest.
I hear you.
No, you don't get to I'm not going to give you my energy where you sneak in. So like, no, F you. I'm sorry.
Digibite went on a run today. I mean, it's up like 50%. It went up 50% from like a week ago. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was just boom. And so basically what all this tells me is it's the same cycle that we've always had in crypto, to where Bitcoin is, it's going to go to the moon, $100,000 Bitcoin parties. Even Saylor talked about it. He says, you know, get ready for the $100,000 Bitcoin parties. This is Cliff High language. I mean, fulfilling itself. And then what always happens is, you know, it goes up, it kind of stabilizes, and then boom, and it rolls into all these other coins. And you start to see these little pump ups, and that tells you where you're at in the crypto cycle. So it's a cycle. It's still the same cycle. It's a 4-year cycle. And until that breaks, it's still a 4-year cycle. And in the next 6 months, look out. It's going to get nuts. It's going to get crazy. Just know what you want out of life. And if the tool presents itself to you, get the stuff that's real. Get the things in life that you need that can make your life better, happier. Have those things, get those things, use those tools to acquire those things that you never could have gotten, you know, otherwise. Work your whole life to retire, and then they steal your retirement kind of thing. You know, screw that. Let's get some, you know, let's get some wins now and start living the life we were born to live.
That's right. Breaking news. Twitch has announced that it will categorize the term Zionist as a potential slur. And it
almost start saying lionist.
Yeah, it's considered hateful conduct. So it's really interesting what terms they consider hateful. You know, I remember when JFK was sent a letter by Rumsfeld right before he was murdered and he was warned not to call out Congress for having dual citizenship as Zionists. So that's interesting that this kind of warning would come out.
It is. I mean, you've seen it building, you know, hate speech, anti-Semitism, all these things. And it's like,
why would you be told not to? If there's nothing bad about being a Zionist, why would you be told not to ask somebody?
Why you got to shut it down? Why you got to shut down any kind of?
Why are you not proud about it if there's nothing wrong with it?
Right. You know, it's just like, okay, I guess we got to ban the N-word. You know, I mean, we can't say that. We can't say all kinds of words now. You know, because again, you can call somebody an ass. You know, hey, look at that ass, and it's a donkey. Oh, you can't call somebody. Oh, no, I'm calling the donkey. It's an ass. You know,
yeah, I
it's
don't
like, hey, look at that bitch, but it's a dog. You know, it's not
thinking about a dog. Yeah.
So I don't know. You're
making something ugly.
Exactly. Exactly. And, I mean, here's the thing I have a problem with is that you can say anything you want and say all the nasty things you want. And, you might not like it. You might not like somebody to be able to say that. And you know what? I'm fine with people saying those things. What I have a problem with is when somebody does something. So what we're doing is like pre-criming everything and saying, well, since you're using that word, you hate that group of people or you hate those people. And it's like, it's okay to hate people. I mean, if you don't like people, you can say whatever you want. But the thing is, when you take action and you actually violate their rights and assault them and, physically hurt them, that's a problem. But just saying something, I mean, if you're deaf and you say something to somebody that's derogatory and they can't hear it, is it a crime? It's like the tree falling in the forest kind of thing. And, it's just, once you go down that slippery slope of, protecting speech, and, hate speech and labeling it, and it's like, then you don't have free speech anymore. So why have the First Amendment? Why even bother? And if you got nothing to hide, then why are you so upset? Like you said,
I don't.
You can't take criticism.
Yeah,
I think criticism's good.
If somebody wants to identify as that, I don't have an opinion about it. I just, I don't understand why I shouldn't be allowed to ask them if they are, and ask them questions about their beliefs.
Yeah. So explain it to me. What's the difference between this and this?
I do have a problem with somebody having dual citizenship and saying that they should be ruling.
And supposedly representing your country, but having citizenship in another country. And I don't care what country it is. Any country.
Any country. If you're saying you're a representative of my citizenship, then I have a problem that you have citizenship or loyalty to another.
I agree. You should not be able to be a representative of the people in this country.
Yeah, because then there's a thing called fiduciary responsibility.
Yes.
And then you are compromised because your fiduciary responsibility should be only to that country.
Well, I represent you 50% of the time. Isn't that enough?
Because then you're compromised.
Right.
Flat out. So you either are an American citizen or you're not. And if you hold citizenship in another country, you cannot say that you are like you're compromised, your fiduciary responsibility.
Absolutely. You're not looking out for just one group. You're not representing the people.
I think it's fair to ask everyone who is a
that's why you swear an oath. I mean, you give your word, to defend certain things. And, how do you defend 100%? I mean, how do you have all your loyalty towards something, when, oh yeah, but I got this over here. It's like having a couple of wives. It's like, oh, well, I'm loyal to you. And I'm loyal to you too, but I'm not, well, how's that? How's that work? Doesn't. I don't know. Nope, there's no problem with asking it. And the thing is, what I've seen here, and a lot of people are upset with Trump and the picks he's made because they think, oh my gosh, here we go. It's MEGA, not MAGA, kind of thing, MEGA. And but it's so overtly in your face now that you have to ask the question. And to me, that's the positive thing. You got people looking at it and saying, oh, what's all this about? What's all this, connections and loyalty and donations and, connections? I mean, what's going on here? And again, nobody's been confirmed. Nobody's appointed yet. I mean, it's just all out there, like trial balloons.
But that's what I'm saying. I think these hearings.
Right. So don't take it too seriously yet because nothing has happened. No one's in control. I mean, nobody's taken the seat. But we're talking about it and engaging in it and doing research and saying, well, that guy, wait a minute. And so it's all vetting itself out. And so that's important. We all need to pay attention. We all need to do it and look at it. And so again, it's all just, don't be getting all worked up. Like Cliff says, don't be going out there and getting in the way in the streets. It's not going to be good. So focus on, what's really happening. Judge the tree by its fruits, not by what somebody says, but what actually happens. And that's the important thing right now, I think. We got to be very keen on, what really happens because nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened. It's all talk. We don't know if any of these people are even going to get in.
We are about to wrap up here. So I will see you guys on Spaces tonight. Westwood, you guys are gonna throw spaces up here in a little bit.
Yep, I'll put it up. Again, I don't know when this fight's going to go on, so it's not going to interfere with my life. It's just like the election. I'm not going to change my path. I'm going to do my thing, and you know what? I'll have it on in the background, and we'll have our spaces and talk, and maybe we can comment on it. We can watch it on the side, little side action. And
Big Mike to punch him right in the fucking mouth.
That's right. It might not last long. I mean, honestly, 17 seconds, Lisa. How much would that make your night? 17 seconds and boom, knocked out.
17 seconds right in the fucking mouth.
Or 107, boom. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Get it on.
All right. See you guys on Spaces. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday.
All righty. We'll see you. See you.
They murdered my family. They thought they murdered me. My actions are not vengeance. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Telling you that. Do you get it? We are in a war. It's a digital war. You just watch what happened a couple minutes ago, and then you're wondering, but why doesn't he tell us this detail right here? Why? Why the fuck do you think they don't? Are you pissed yet? You've got days to save your country. And when people do what they have to do, don't be fussing like somebody is overstepping the line. If you hear that from somebody, tell them to shut the fuck up and get out of our face. We're not letting the seal stand. Take that and stuff it right up your ass. It's not gonna happen. Am I being clear enough?
I know it's listen.
My administration will be here for you every single step of the way. We've done everything we can do, and now we're just waiting for the storm. And I guess it's right behind me. It's following me.
We're on the front lines of the most important battle in history, and it is the battle to save democracy and freedom and human liberty and human dignity from this totalitarian cartel that is trying to rob us simultaneously in every nation in the world of the rights that every human being is born with. So thank you for your courage, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your brotherhood. And I can pledge to you that I will go down dying with my boots on, fighting side by side with all of you to make sure that we return these rights and preserve them for our children. And I will see all of you on the barricades. Thank you.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.